Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this video and the next two or three videos will be a series of videos where we will discuss about a problem that we are facing, an issue we are facing in terms of how the ADLS works performance wise. As you know that all of the cloud providers, most of the things are hidden. They are under the hood, and you don't know how the things operate, especially if you want to check the performance. And we have encountered a case where the ADLS account has been performing slow. So this is our QA ADLS account which has been performing slow. And if you compare it with dev and production, I think things are fine in dev and production. So we'll see how and what processes we are following in order to first of all get to the root cause of the issue and then resolve it. We've already launched a Microsoft ticket, or rather raised a Microsoft ticket, and just had a call with the Microsoft team. And it was a great learning to find out how you can check the performance of an ADLS. So I'll be sharing all the learnings in this video series. So before we actually jump into the technical aspect, from now onwards, I'm also going to share some of the thoughts that are revolving in my mind outside of the work. So there has been a lot happening, and I think with all of you as well, you will find yourself overwhelming sometimes, but it's very important just take a step back and understand what is going on, and mostly to learn from the leaders, or from the experts who have already uh, you know already had in terms of the road where we want to go. And one of such learnings that I came across from a YouTube channel was, I think this guy was emphasizing on the fact that you should not take any promotions blindly. When we say that we uh, get promoted, all of the people around us, they get happy, and you know subconsciously you also get happy, but you have to think of the bigger picture. So uh, when you get promoted, obviously you will have to make compromise in terms of how many hours you will be spending, how much pain you will be taking, how much accountability you will be taking for the team. And it's not only you not only will be limited to just your work, you will have to look at the work of your team as well. So I'm precisely talking about getting promoted to from senior engineer to a team manager or a project manager. So some due diligence has to be given into this. And once you get to that point, you actually reach at a point of diminishing returns, which means that your salary package might not increase. Yes, it would increase, but might not increase significantly. But on the other hand, the responsibilities will increase. So one of the other reasons that people they desire promotions is because they want better packages. But again, I might be contradicting here, because even if it's a smaller rise, still it's a rise. But would you be able to trade your time with family, or trade your time with other leisure activities that you want to do, or maybe some other passion you want to pursue? So I am contemplating on that. And to be honest, I just got promoted to uh, associate tech architect, and also as the technical manager. Uh, and the responsibilities are still less, but at the end of the day, you have to get the job done. So it's an open question. I'll just leave it for you to ponder upon it. And if if you have a specific thought process behind it, feel free to comment in the description box, sorry, in the comments box below, because it's all about learning from one another. So with that said, now let's jump on to the main topic of this video. So from now we will take you to the to my PC, where we'll walk through the error, what we are doing in order to resolve it. And just to remind you again, this will be a series of videos and not a single video. Thank you. So let's jump onto the main topic of this video and onto the technical stuff. So we are getting this error, and you can read out this error that it's related to a timeout. So what's actually happening is that the ADF is trying to create blobs on the Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account, and it is making multiple requests because this entire process is running in a loop in an iterative manner, and we are using for each loop for this. So the ADF is using for each loop to write or create blobs in the ADLS account, and this happens, iteratively, as I said. So what's happening is due to some reasons we are getting a timeout error. So let's say if there were a case of creating 1,000 blobs or 2,000 blobs, we would get this error only for 3 or 4 blobs. Now I would not go into the details of what we are trying to do, but I was trying to summarize what is happening. So again, we are trying to create blobs. We are reading data from an external source, and we're just trying to create blobs using ADF. And out of those blobs that gets created, few of the blobs again are erroring out, and the error details are shown on the screen. So if you see here that it says user data store service throttling. Now, what does this mean? So I have a habit of finding or looking up the literal meaning of an error. So here, the main keyword that I should be looking up for is a throttling. So what does throttle means? So it means that to strangle someone, and in database terminologies or data terminologies, or when we speak about latency, we could compare it with a scenario where you are trying to access a resource, but because there are so many concurrent requests coming, rather going to that resource, that it's creating a bottleneck situation. And so this is what I have try to summarize or try to put into my words. I could be wrong, but it is related to that. So because of this, what happens is the ADF copy data activity waits forever to create the blob, and after X number of retries, it errors out. So if you have used copy data activity, you would find an option of retries or retry interval. So it's actually set to 30 seconds by default, but you could increase it or decrease it based on the situation that you are in currently. So I do not know whether I have to increase that time interval or I have to decrease that time interval. So that is something that I'm looking into. And as I said, these videos would not give you the answer directly. There will be a series of these videos. So you, if and when I am able to resolve this issue, or I'm able to find the root cause of this issue, I will try to share it with you so that you are able to follow that. But for this video, just going to share the problem statement. So this is the problem statement that we are getting this throttling error or the timeout error, and this works fine. Yes, I just wanted to come back onto the main thing that this works fine on our dev environment as well as production environment, and we have tried to compare the data as well between dev, production, and QA. The data volume, in fact, in dev is more. When I say data volume, I am talking about the data that is actually being stored in the ADLS storage account, not in the separate folders, or not for the container where we are receiving this error. The one thing that I'm still learning, and I think most of you will also be learning, is that if you have, uh, you know, uh, if you're using ADLS and if you want to check the performance, uh, we don't have much documentation around, in the sense that So this is a case or classic case where there are a lot of concurrent threads, and you want to know, why you're getting that bottleneck. So we cannot, or I'm not able to find out, the exact window or exact UI where I should be looking this up. So what I have done is I have actually gone into the monitoring, tab. So monitoring plate. So you can see here, you have got two types of monitoring plates. One is classic monitoring, and the other one is new monitoring. So what I've done here is I've actually gone into the insights and tried to see these metrics. You have transactions by storage type, transactions by API name, so all these metrics. But I'm not sure how to, read this information. So here you have different types. You have, so there could be blob transactions, file transactions based on the type of storage account you're using, queue transactions, table transactions. But what does it mean? Is it the number of transactions? If it is number of transactions, it can only give us an idea of when the system was busy. Then you have used capacity. I'm not sure, how to make of it. But yes, this is where I think I am getting stuck. So in on-premise scenarios or on-premise days, we could see the CPU percentage, or in my PC as well. Whenever the PC is running slow, I would go to the task manager and try to check out, the CPU percentage, and that gives an idea of, which application is causing it. But here I am clueless, so that is the reason I have created a ticket with Microsoft. So this is something that I've written here, and it's the same error. And in fact, we have internally reached out to the Microsoft team and created a ticket over there as well. Uh, and I would just like to add that this is not a new error. We have encountered a similar error in our QA ADLS storage account, and I'm not sure, how to compare the configuration of the storage accounts, because I think once you create the storage account, the process of provisioning is quite simple. It will not ask you about much configuration settings other than the fact that whether you want to set up an hierarchical namespace or not. So that is also one of the things that I don't have much insight as to, how I would compare different storage accounts and see, try to find out any flag and see why the QA storage account is not performing well. So we'll make subsequent videos on this, and hopefully we can find the answers soon. And if we have the answer, we'll try to share it across with you. And if you think that there's something that we should be looking at or I should be looking at, please feel free to comment that in the comments box below. So till then, take good care of yourself. Apologies if I had, uh, exceeded the time during our initial part of the video, but I thought it is useful to share some nuggets with you. So, some nuggets outside in work, so we all can, learn something. It doesn't have to really come from a guru per se, but it can come from, regular people like us as well. So we'll meet in the next video. Thank you guys.